Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon. I'm a part-time eBay Mercari reseller specializing in media-related products such as CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. If you're new here, this channel is about anything reselling related as it goes to media. Mainly CDs is what I sell. That's what I know the most of. I would do sold videos, how-to videos, packing, shipping videos, haul videos. Something you might be interested in learning about, consider subscribing to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. You're getting tired of probably seeing these. Well, you will down the road. These are recorded way in advance. I've got some other things I need to do. I got some what sold videos I need to get going because I'm way behind on those, like a couple months behind on those. Those will be out at some point. I just haven't had time to put those together. So I got to put together the items and then get them all lined up for the video and all this and that. So, but the only thing I can really record right now are haul videos, and I keep buying stuff, and it really shouldn't be, but the deals are too good to pass up. That's the thrill of the whole thing with reselling. It's going out there and finding this and realize it's worth a crap ton of money, and you bought it like for $1 and you can sell it for 50 or 100 or whatever. It's the thrill of the chase. But then you got to do all the other work. You gotta clean it up. You've got to test it, depending on what you bought. Then you've got to list it, photograph, describe it. Then when it sells, you got to pack and ship it, which that's part is okay for me because that means you made the money on it. So I'm okay with that. It's the other part that I kind of get like, but you got to do it. You just have to, especially if you're going to try and do this full time, which eventually I will. Anyway, so about the only thing right now I can record due to some family constraints going on right now is haul videos. They're fairly easy. It's a screenshot basically what I show you. I kind of went through this a little bit before starting the recording. And I'll probably do a couple where I'll share my screen and look up some things that I'm going to just kind of guess what they're worth. Something surprised me. This is a really good haul. Let me start first. I'll show you kind of what's in the physical box here. It's packed very well. Guy's actually a really good seller. Everything is sealed, and I can tell you right now, it's resealed. He's describing it as like new. I'm not gonna trust that any of these are actually brand new unless they actually have like a sticker on top, like the actual manufacturer seal from the record company. So I'm opening these up and I'm looking at them. So like new is like new, whether it's sealed or not. So if it's the case, I'm gonna assume some of these are gonna probably be in very good condition, which is fine. And if something's trashed, again, it's okay for the most part as long as the whole thing's not trashed. I've checked a few of these. They seem to be pretty good, so I don't see any issues as far as that goes. And I'm hoping not, because I bought a second box from this guy that you'll see in a separate video. Anyway, let's go to eBay, and I will show you what I got, and then I'll kind of go through everything a little bit more in person here over next to me. So I paid $32 and change out the door, so it's just over $1 a piece, about $1.08 roughly, give or take. Doing quick math in my head. The ones I looked at were really, really good. Let's zoom in a little bit more and I'll show you. So we're looking in here. There wasn't really anything that caught my eye, just at the cheap cost. I figure, okay, the BGs could be okay. Tony Bennett, I've got some other Tony Bennett I can lot this with. Shrink to metallic, I'm sure that'll probably sell. I'm looking for stuff that I can just do individual listings because I'm listing stuff on the lower end of my store. I want to try and get like 7,000 listings where I can do this full time and get enough just sales and kind of consistent listing, shipping, all that whole fun stuff. And so I want some stuff I can do individual listings for. I'm hoping buyers will come. And since I have a large variety of stuff eventually, that they'll start to buy multiple items and just save on the shipping. And I've started to see that a little bit with only 1,400 listings in the store. So I'm hoping that kind of will continue. So I'm buying some lots like this also. I'm still going to do like individual, excuse me, lots of similar artist stuff. I'll do that. So some of the stuff I have are similar artists. I'll probably lot of other stuff if it's not worth listing on its own. But you get the idea. So kind of looking at this a little bit more. Frosty Snow, I didn't even realize that was in there. When you go through Strange Wood, seemed kind of interesting. Don't hang up the rock and roll answering machine. That's going to be interesting. More BG 60 collection. What was the other one? That was also 60s collection. Might be just different versions. I haven't even looked at that. Flock of Seagulls Greatest Hits. I thought that was kind of cool. I actually considered keeping that. It does actually have a little value because that one's I looked up before I bought it. Hip hop CDs usually do pretty well for the most part. This Arc Enemy one, I'm definitely gonna look up. This is like melodic death metal. I'm very familiar with that because I have some of that stuff in my personal collection. Birth Control, Rebirth. Wow, I didn't look at some of this stuff before. Well, we're gonna look at some of it now. So anyway, you get the idea what I got here. Just over $1 piece. I'll pull out a few that I've already looked up and show you what and just tell you what they are or what I'm going to list them for. Because some actually weren't even on eBay. So we'll start there, and then I'll try and look up a couple that I probably think are on eBay, and we'll see what they are. But again, just over $1 piece. I paid $32 and change for everything you see there in the picture. In fact, let me zoom out. Everything you see here, $32 and change. Okay. Okay, let's stop sharing that for a moment. Okay. So, Strange Wood in the mud. I have not opened it yet to check condition. I'm going to assume it's probably in pretty good shape like the other ones I've looked at already. So it's sealed. It's a resale, obviously. I know 100% it's a resale. That's fine. There's one seller I actually bought some stuff from recently, and it's in one of the past videos you'll see. And I think I talk about it where it mentions that the guy's advertising this stuff as brand new. It's not brand new. You open it up, they're all sealed. You open it up, there's scratches and dents in the artwork. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna try that? He's been called out on it a few times. I'm surprised he's not called out more often than not. But anyway, $11.98 on Melissa for I do run consistent sales. I always try to be in like the lower third of the market, so I'm competitive. And then when I run sales, I accept offers. You can get towards the lower end, but I'm still obviously making money. My buy cost again, $1, $1.08, whichever. The Morgan Fields Joy. It's a $3 CD. So case is cracked on the side. I'm gonna replace the cases anyway for most of these. Well, some of these actually I probably won't. Some of them are in pretty good shape. Mario Lanza Ol Solo Mio. It's a $2.50 CD. Nothing major to write home about. Okay, so right there we're at gross 12. We'll say 5 of these two. So I have to do the half math here. We're at $17. Okay, that's 3 CDs. I have 27 more and I only paid 32. That's gross, remember. The Shy Lights, have you seen her? I actually did buy this or did open this one up. This one actually is in it's almost like new condition. The only issue is there's just a little bit of wear, like 2 dots on the right edge there. Other than that, it's good. Disc is spotless. Price I put $9.98 on here. It's not this version's not on eBay. I'm probably gonna lower that a little bit. Probably do $7.98. I don't think because there's other greatest hits and stuff they can get cheaper that probably have most of the same songs on it. So you do a little more competitive, at least in that way. Even though this specific version's not on eBay. Anyway. So $7.98, $33. Right here, gross wise, would cover what I paid. What I'm listing it for at least. Okay. Now it's not but for eBay fees and all this and that. So this one was cool. Never heard of the movie. When did this come out? I didn't have a year, and I'm gonna do a little more research on this. But Party Parties, the movie, it's a soundtrack. Again, I'm gonna assume it's at least in very good condition. We'll open these up and check them. It's got Elvis Costello in the attraction. It's got Madness on here, Bananarama, Sting, Bad Manners. It's got some pretty decent stuff on here. I'll tell you that. That's interesting. Sting is singing Tutti Frutti. Madness, Driving My Car. Who else is on here? More Sting. Dave Edmunds, I know of. Run Rudolph Run. I couldn't when I did the research, just searching by title, I couldn't find this on eBay at all. So I'm like, let me take my phone, let me scan the barcode, see if one pulls up my barcode. And it did. For $40. so or a little over 30. I'm gonna list mine for 40. I run sales, so it'll be competitive once the sale price is on. So this is like a $30+ CD all on its own. So right there almost covers. I'm listed for 40. So right there almost covers what I paid for the entire thing on its own. Gets a little better. This version's not on eBay. Folk singer Woody Guthrie. It's a UK edition. or UK release, I should say. Really, it's 12 songs. I put $7.98. I'm probably gonna do like $5.98. It's really not. Again, nothing extremely rare because there's other versions of his stuff. I didn't even look at the back of this track listing. This is kind of interesting. So this is basically a CD of various phone messages. It's called "Don't Hang Up: The Rock and Roll Answering Machine." This is like a $9 CD based on current listed prices. There's all kinds of stuff on here. I did not really look at this. It's kind of interesting though. Oldies but goodies messages. Don't hang up. Tell me why. Will you love me tomorrow? Wine sleeps tonight. Pop and bubblegum messages. Time is on my side. Groovy kind of love. Miscellaneous. Mission Impossible. Over the Rainbow. Just a bunch of. There's 80 tracks on here. Came out in 1997. $9. Where was the one? There's one I did look up. Okay, maybe there. I'm looking. Hold on a sec. Did I look this guy up? Okay, I looked at this dude. This is rare. I don't think it's in the right case though, because I'm seeing white along the side here in the tray in the inlay. I think it's not in the right case. I think it needs to be a black inlay. So I think one of these inlays need to be in the case instead of clear. I'm gonna look and do more research on that part of it. Not on eBay at all. So I looked at another media selling site that I kind of check. That one did have it. It had 2 copies. One in China, which I guarantee you is probably 99% counterfeit, and the other one from Japan, which should be legit. They have for 50. I'm gonna put mine on eBay. I'm gonna throw it up for 100 and see what happens. Take offers. If I sell it for 80, 75, again, I paid just over $1. There's money in media. You just have to know what to look for. This is called. It's D-Lou. So D-Lou, it's all in me. It's hip hop. If there's hip hop, like outside the main, some of the mainstream still has value. Like some Tupac still has value of CDs. Like Common stuff even holds a little value. So if you got like Tupac greatest hits for $1, you could probably sell it for 8 to 10. You know, Dr. Dre's Common stuff, Snoop Dogg's Common stuff. Some of them actually still have 10, 12, $15 values if you can get them cheap enough. But there's like old school underground hip hop that can go for quite a bit. I'll tell you a very, very quick story because this is already getting 13 minutes long. I think the most expensive CD I sold on eBay was a hip hop CD, a group I never heard of. They were a hip hop group based out of Kansas City, Missouri. Did a little research on it. Probably should have done a little bit more. I think I threw the thing up for like $300 or right around there, 280. Sold within 30 minutes to some guy out in West Hollywood. I paid $1 for it at a pawn shop. So old hip hop sometimes has really good value. This obviously has good value. $100. I'm gonna list it for. We'll see what happens. I might list it higher. Who knows? Someone can send me an offer, and that will kind of determine what the market is. Again, not on eBay. I'll probably check the old listing tool where I can go back 3 years in sales and see if there's been any sold on eBay. I might go a little further and dig on that, obviously. This is hip hop too. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna look up a couple of these on camera. While I'm recording this, there's 2 I really want to kind of curious. Actually, yeah, Devin the Dude, I don't think it was worth much, but I looked it up before. Birth control, rebirth. That one's got me. Maybe I'll do 3. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. Birth control, rebirth. No clue what this is. Never heard of it. Never seen it a day in my life. It's originally a 1974 recording reissued on CD back in 2001. This looks like a German import, so that helps me as far as selling in the U.S. as far as value goes. I will share my screen in a minute once I figure out what I'm looking at. I'm just gonna. All I'm typing right now is birth control as one word. I'm just going to hit search. And then I'm going to find music. And then I'm going to do CDs. And then I'll pull up my screen and show you what I got. It's ending soonest. That is the CD, though. First one right there. We're going to do lowest price. Wow, that's already got a bid on it. Free ship and 3 days on auction. That is very promising. See if there's any bite now, because that's how I'm going to list it. Birth control, who demands. So this is a group of some sort, obviously. Never heard of them. Let me go. This is why I don't like doing this on camera, though, because it kind of jumps. Let me take this off camera for a second to get where I need to go with this. And then I'll put it back on. Okay. $14.99 free ship. See if there's any more. So I already know this is probably a $11, $12 CD all day, at least. That's on auction. That could still go up with bids, and it's got 3.5 days left. 3 days and 7 hours. Is there any bite now? Oh, you know, I didn't type in. This would help. Let me type in the other word. Oh, look, there's 2. Oh, look at that. Rare, guaranteed, $150. Brand new. It's not going to sell for that. I guarantee it's not going to sell for that. Just for fun, let's check sold comps. One sold for 30 a couple months ago at the time of this recording. So least I probably have a $30 CD. I'll open it up, check condition. If it's at least very good, I'll throw it up for 75, 80. Best offer, maybe 100, and we'll see what happens. Because the other guy's listing was brand new, so I don't have this brand new. Best case scenario, this is like new condition. And looking at the outside and the artwork, it looks like it could be. The main thing is going to be obviously the CD on the inside also, because the artwork looks like it's like new. The CD is going to determine if I'm mostly like new or not. But this is probably at least minimum $30 CD. It's sold for that minimum. I might follow that auction. I'm curious to see where it goes. So you know what? I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be a while before I get this listed anyway. And I'll see where it goes on auction, and that'll kind of give me a better idea of where I want to kind of throw it up at buy it now or best offer. And depending on what the auction ends at, I'll throw it up 20-30% higher than the auction as my buy it now, and then kind of drop it from there. For once it's 70 offer, we can go from there and kind of negotiate. But that's awesome. So as you can see, this lot's killer because these two right here, that's $130 in listing minimum. This is going to be listed for higher than that, obviously. This one kind of caught my eye. Let me take it off camera and I'll put it in and I'll research it again. Again, I'm just typing in name and title. I'll make sure I type the title in this time. Hold, please. This is the EP. I don't know if that's the EP. Okay, that is. Okay, this isn't worth as much as I thought, which is fine. Still worth something. I'll make money. It will sell. Arcade Dead I See No Future. That's a Japanese import. Is this a Japanese import? I doubt it. No, not a Japanese import. That's fine. Anyway, we've got $6, $5, $6.99. I'll probably price mine $8.99, $9.98, somewhere, or $8.98, $9.98, probably $9.98. I usually this guy usually runs 20%, so it'll be $7.98, and still put me around here not being the cheapest. There's 14 listed. I'm sure there's probably been something sold in the last 3 months. 2 sold, so it'll take a little bit to sell. I sell stuff quicker than other sellers sometimes when it comes to stuff like this too, which is pretty crazy. But as you can see, that's going to be pretty good also. Not as good as the other ones, obviously, but you get the idea. Okay, we'll go one more, and then I'm going to end this video here. Not sure about this one. A day in a life. A day NA life. Okay, I'm just gonna type a day in life and keep the other part out because I'm not sure what that really is. Oh, NA life. It's just NA life. Okay, I see what they did. Let me type it that way, just for shits and giggles. Man, this thing's really getting. See if this pulls anything different. Oh, it says Roselli. Okay, it's not worth a lot. It's a couple bucks maybe. So I might throw it up for lowest at list. Anything's $250 plus ship, in hopes to try and get multiple buys. I still make a little money off it either way for the low end stuff. Might do one more. I think I looked this one up previously, so I'm going to skip that one. And I'm going to look up. I think I looked this one up previously too, but this is pretty cool. It's a different version of this. Flock of Seagulls. If you don't know who they are, they were a popular new wave band mainly in the 80s. Their biggest hit is I Ran So Far Away. That song. That's it. This one actually has some mixes on here too. So there's like some dance mixes of this and stuff. So let's put this in. Let me take this off screen again and get this to hopefully go faster. I'm gonna have to sift through a bunch of greatest hits. Not a bunch, probably, maybe 100 or so. Or not. Yeah, see, this one wasn't on. This one's not on eBay. And this is a little different than the other one. So this is actually could be a little rare. Let's check solds just for fun. 3 sold. My version's not one of them. I'm gonna pull out my phone real quick too, and I'm gonna check. Well, it's an iPod. It's not really a phone. I use an iPod because I listen to a lot of music. Store way more than the phone could. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me look. Let me scan. One on here from an international seller, and they have it listed for $249 on auction. $249 plus $8 shipping. It's in Canada. Okay, so probably go for more than $249. It's actually a pretty cool mix of stuff. Shipping, obviously, I charge cheaper. I'll charge medium or ground advantage depending on how that goes. And I'll probably list it for $8 or $9, maybe 10. Because if you look at some of these other Flock of Seagull ones that sold, these are brand new, but that's $13, $14, $50 free ship. I might throw it up for $8 or $9. Again, I run sales, so I'm fine with that. These ones, $8 cheapest. So Grace Hits Remix is another version of Grace Hits, but they don't have, eBay does not have this one currently listed. So I could actually throw this up for whatever I wanted. Maybe I'll shoot high and mention that there's remixes on here and stuff too. Some people might like that, a little different than just a regular straightforward greatest hits type of stuff. So although these ones are remixed too, so I could probably be comparable with that price of these two here. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. Like these two for $16.99, $24.99. But anyway, so I might put it somewhere in there and we'll see what happens. But that's all I got. Let me know what you think about how I did in the lot. I think I did pretty good considering a couple of these things are some bangers as far as value. Will they sell? We'll find out. If they do, the higher ones, you'll see them on following what sold video at some point. So that's all I got. If you got anything out of the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Click the bell for future notifications and click the white button, which helps me out, I should say, and the bell for future notifications. That's all I got. I will catch you guys all in the next one. Bye, everybody.